One of the questions that I get asked as a designer is how long does it take to design a website in Squarespace? Whether this is somebody who's looking to design their own site, or maybe you are a website designer and you're looking for how to determine the scope of a project, this video is for you. For those of you who are new, my name is Rebecca from Rebecca Grace Designs, and I help people design websites inside of Squarespace, specializing in helping other Squarespace website designers use code on their client Squarespace websites. But today we're talking all about scope, my website design process, how I determine how long a website's going to take, how much do I charge for that kind of website, and what is my website process? What is my whole client process from them booking to then handing off the website? So let's jump in. My typical design package is around a 2-week package, and this includes a 5-page website with mobile optimization and SEO. So this includes something like a homepage, about page, maybe a blog, a contact page, and one other page. And so this typically fits in what most businesses require. If there is something like a shop where they're going to have a bunch of products or they want me to move a bunch of blogs, sometimes that takes a little bit longer and I'll extend it to 3 weeks. So if it fits in with my basic 5 pages, then that will be a 2-week process. And this is what that process looks like. So the first step is a client books a free consultation call with me. On this call, we go through the scope of the project, whether we're a good fit. I have a series of questions I ask them just to make sure that we're going to work well together. I discuss this process with them, and I especially make sure that I talk about the importance of the timelines and as well as the payment schedule. And this just helps make sure that we're all on the same page. From there, I then send a proposal and a quote, telling them exactly what we discussed, what's included, how much it's going to cost, and just kind of reiterate some of those timelines. If they want to work together, then I send them a contract and an invoice where they pay 20% deposit to secure their date. During their design dates, they're the only client that I work with. And so if they decide that they no longer want to work with me during that time and I haven't put a deposit down, then I'm kind of out because it's generally hard to then fill up those 2 weeks. If they, let's say they drop out the day before and then suddenly I'm out a design for those 2 weeks. And so by having a 20% deposit, then it secures that spot. They know I'm not going to book anybody else during that time. But then it also helps give me a little bit of security that I know that they're serious about working with me and serious about wanting that time. So they pay 20% down. I then send over a Google Drive link for a shared folder between us. And this is where they're going to send me all of the things that they want on their site, their documents, their pictures, any content they want, as well as it has a welcome package in there just to make sure that they're all set and ready for our project. Again, reiterating the timelines of everything. So this is before the project even starts. Then a week before, I just follow up, I check their documents, make sure they're all ready to go so we can hit the ground running for those 2 weeks because it does happen quite quickly. Okay, so the 2-week process, this is when it starts. On the Monday, the client then pays the next 30%. So essentially, they pay 50% at the beginning of the project and 50% at the end, but I have them split their first 50% into 20% to secure their spot and then 30% on the very first day. So I make sure that this goes through and send them an email to let them know that I am starting and to expect another email from me shortly. I then create a mood board and color palette. If they don't already have branding, I don't provide branding necessarily as a service, but if they don't have a brand, I'll take a color that they said they like and I'll make sure that I've chosen a few colors for them and maybe a font or two, and I send that off just to make sure that we're on the same page in terms of the vibe they're looking for on their site. Once they've said that they like that, and yes, that is what the vibe they're going for, then Tuesday to Friday is where I go through and design their first draft. So during this time, I am working on a trial site inside of Squarespace, unless they already have a site and an account that they are working with. This is a new site, it's a trial site. They don't have access during this time because I'm playing around and designing their very first draft. On Friday, once I have finished their first draft, then I send to request for edits. So rather than have the client be allowed so many types of edits or so many rounds of edits, I do it by days. And this helps make sure that the project stays on track. So on Friday, I send them a link to their site and a new document where they can list all the edits that they want changed on the site. And I ask them to have as many listed by Monday. So then starting week 2, between Monday and Wednesday, we go back and forth completing as many rounds of these edits as possible. So they send me a list, I go in, I make all those changes, I send it back, then they send me a new list and so on. And they know we have until Wednesday. So the more on top of it they are between this, the more rounds we can fit in. Usually by Tuesday, they're good. But I leave just that little bit of extra time in case there's any final tweaks. And then on Wednesday, once that's done, I'm going through and I'm making sure that everything is mobile optimized and all the functionality is there to ensure that it looks good on all different screen sizes. On Thursday, I'm doing some basic SEO, making sure that all the backend stuff is good and set up for optimizing for search engines. And I kind of make a note of anything that they need to do long term. Then on Friday, I do some final checks and make sure that everything is working, all the buttons are there, and I haven't missed anything. If possible, then I connect a domain and any social accounts they want. And usually at this point, we do a launch call. They pay their final 50%. And during that call, we do any sort of final tweaks that they want. If I need their help in terms of connecting a domain or signing it to certain accounts, I do that. I then do a brief lesson, making sure they know how to update and manage their site. I transfer ownership to them and help them launch their site. So, how I determine whether it's going to take 2 weeks is whether I can do that first draft between Tuesday and Friday of that first week. Because as you can see, the rest of this time is spent editing, SEO, mobile optimization, all of the final things in the back end. So, if I don't feel like I can design their pages between the Tuesday and Friday, then that's when I give myself usually an extra week or an extra couple days. So, if they have blog posts, shop pages, or any sort of extra thing, they have a huge gallery of images or something I need to optimize that I'm not going to be able to fit into that Tuesday to Friday, then that's when I'll extend an extra week and do it by 3 weeks. I generally do it by weeks. I don't add on just 1 or 2 extra days. I do add on generally a whole extra week. So if I don't feel like I can fit it in, then it extends to a 3-week project versus a 2-week project. And then from there, I have some things that I complete after the project ends. So I complete some final requests. If there's anything on the launch call I wasn't able to complete that still fits within the scope of our contract, I'll do that then. I upload anything that I created. If I did create any little icons or things like that, I'll send it to them in the Google Drive folder, congratulate them on their site launch. I take screenshots for my portfolio and update any codes that I used or any other things that I kind of discovered or found during my work on this project. I'll keep that for my own records. 1 week later, I follow up just to make sure that everything is good. And I see if I can get a testimonial from them and remind them to grab everything from the shared folder. Because after 2 weeks, I do one last check and then everything is deleted. And that's for their confidential purposes. So I no longer have any of their files. So they have 2 weeks after to make sure they grab everything before I kind of delete and clear out. So then the next main question I get asked is, well, how much do you charge then? How do you know how much to charge? And I charge based off of the weeks. So I don't generally do an hourly rate. I don't charge that way. I'll charge them one price for the project and I tell them the project's going to take this much. They know right from the beginning how much. The price doesn't change. Their invoice stays the same. So what I'll do to quote them is based on how long it's going to take. So I say, okay, I charge this much for a week, and this is how many weeks a design is going to take. Again, they're my only client for that week. Paige Brunton, the beautiful Squarespace guru, did a massive study on this, on surveying a whole bunch of different Squarespace designers and asked them a ton of different questions regarding to their services and their pricing. And what she found was that most of the designers she surveyed, if they had less than 2 years of experience, were charging between $1,000 and $2,000 for a project. So for me, that would relate to like $1,000 a week. So if you have 2 years of experience or less, you would be well within standard to be charging around $1,000 per week for a project. So 2,000 for this type of 2 week project. If you're more than that, let's say you're 5 years of experience, then you would be well within the standard to be charging between $2,500 and $5,000 per project. And I'll link her study so that you can check it out. There's tons of different information there. If you're a designer and want to learn more, then her study would be a good place to go in terms of pricing. And the last thing I wanted to kind of talk about was my favorite tools during this whole process. So Asana is the tool I use as my to-do list. I have a massive to-do list that I have for going through this whole process, my web design process in every step, and I can set it by date. So I go into my Asana, I know exactly what I need to accomplish for the website project in that particular day. So Asana is where I go to for that. Acuity and Honeybook is the programs that I use for scheduling all of my calls and my bookings and sending all the contracts and invoices. And I have a bunch of tutorials on Honeybook and the client booking process and how to go through all of that. And I will link those below as well. They're a great resource if you're looking for how to kind of onboard and offboard clients and client contracts and invoices. Speaking of those, the Creative Law Shop is where I get all of my contracts. So that's where I would go to if you want contract templates for working with clients. The Creative Market is where I go for all the fonts. If my clients want a specific type of font that I can't find in Squarespace, or graphics, icons, things like that, Creative Market is my go-to for that. Otherwise, Canva is where I go to design. And I am not a brand person or a graphic person. So generally, if I'm designing something for my clients, it's sort of a filler. And so then they can go to a brand person and know exactly what kind of icons they need. If they want to keep the icons that I created, that's fine. But they know that these are not ones that I'm designing specifically for their brand. They're ones that I think look good on the site, but again, I'm not an expert in that field. But Canva is my go-to for icons, all my banners, any sort of graphics that I'm creating for the website. And obviously Squarespace, all of my websites are designed on Squarespace, so that is my go-to tool as well. Elfsight is another tool that I like to use. Although I write a lot of the code on websites myself, sometimes it's easier to grab an Elfsight plugin for more complex functionalities that would require a lot of kind of unnecessary code from my end to write and add to their site. So things like countdown timers and different things. So Elfsight is my go-to for those. And then obviously my Encyclopedia of Code, which is my resource library of code snippets. I use that to help speed up all of my coding process. It's where I keep all of the different codes that I write for clients, and I share them out to other designers as well. And there you have it. A typical 5-page website inside of Squarespace takes me around 2 weeks to design, including custom CSS, mobile optimization, and SEO. So if you are a Squarespace website designer and you are looking at this design process and your next question is, how do I get paid? Then this video is for you. Check out this video, which goes through the 5 best practices for getting paid as a website designer.